Hi, Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another unboxing video, and this has been requested from a member of the Now Spinning Magazine Facebook group, Jim Wood, and it is ZZ Top, and it came up because we were having a themed weekend on the Facebook group, and I'd posted a track from one of the albums from ZZ Top and kind of said it was from this box set, and Jim wanted to know if I would do an unboxing video for it. And so I thought, well, yes, because ZZ Top, they are such an original band. All those bands from the 70s and the 80s had trademarks, but ZZ Top in a way were like before social media, before marketing as such as a product or a brand. But ZZ Top, they had this image of having cattle roam around on stage, big giant cactuses, literally taking Texas to the world. And the only one without a beard was called Frank Beard. And they just had the imagery, and their song titles were very tongue-in-cheek, very humorous, but the music was dark blues. And then, of course, in the 80s, it became almost like perfect party music as they found their new route through with albums like Eliminator. Now, because Eliminator was such a great success, when the CDs were released later on, somebody very unwisely thought they should try and eliminate the rest of the back catalogue by sticking sequencers and keyboards all over it, which was a disaster. So this box set was incredibly welcome because it was the original mixes of the first 10 albums. So let's have a look inside. This is ZZ Top, the complete studio albums 1970 to 1990. These are the original mixes. So you've got all the albums from the first album to Recycler. Some of you I know, if you're wondering why this little sticker it says here, 2 decades, 100 tracks, features original mixes of 10 classic albums on CD, including for the first time ZZ Top's first album, what it was at the time, Rio Grande Mud and Tejas, all albums in Card Wallet's original artwork. Now, original mixes is important because these things came out and they tried to make them all sound like Eliminator. So some of the mixes that came out in the first CDs are absolutely atrocious. So these are the original mixes. And you've got the first album. They're just simple cards with the discs inside. So this is the first album from 1970. Some really good blues music on here. Rio Grande Mud, which is 1972. And my first favourite, which is Hombres from 1973. And they've included the gatefold sleeve as and when there was a gatefold sleeve on the actual vinyl release. I've always loved this inner gatefold of this album. I've always thought one day I want to go to a restaurant that looks just like that. That's my kind of food and my kind of night out. So that's an absolute classic album, and it sounds superb. Fandango from 1975, which was half live, half studio, but it has got some absolutely fantastic stuff on, especially like Tush. Heard it on the X. Absolutely brilliant. Tejas from 1976, and this one folds out into the panels that you would have had on the vinyl album. I was never that keen on this one. I bought the single Asleep in the Desert and It's Only Love, but I've grown to love it over time. The next album that I really adored was this one, Deguello, which has, of course, it has Cheap Sunglasses and Dust My Broom, Fall for Your Stockings, etc. And that's a great album. The next one was Loco. The other thing, of course, is the fun of this band, and party on the patio. But it was the next one that really changed the whole landscape of not only ZZ Top and their future and their career, but also video. Who can ever forget those videos that accompanied this album? Give Me All Your Loving, Sharp Dressed Man, Legs TV Dinners. It is an absolutely timeless album. I think it's timeless, and I just love this record. They tried to repeat it A couple of years later, they'd probably been on tour for 2 years, and they didn't quite make it. A lot of people's eyes, and the electronics and the keyboard sequencing was even more to the fore on this one. And I think some people weren't so sure about it, but I really liked it. Songs like Rough Boy and Sleeping Bag, I just thought were stunning. But this one is another one of my favourite, which is Recycler, and this you've got Burgerman, 2000 Blues, Pent Out Eyes, Concrete and Steel. I just thought that was a great album. So that's 10 albums, and I'm showing you this box set because you can still get it for a very reasonable price, and it's a fantastic way of getting the original mixes and in a nice compact box. So that's the complete studio albums from 1970 to 1990 by ZZ Top, and you can still get this box set for a great price, and it's worth every penny. Absolutely superb. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for becoming patrons and supporting me even further. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you on my next video.